What I wanted to do tonight for the homily was to write a letter that I think perhaps Jesus might write to us, and to share that with all of you. My friends, thank you for coming and celebrating my birthday tonight. I, like you, enjoy celebrating, and what we celebrate tonight is cause for much joy. Because 2,000 years ago, when I was born, people first began to realize that they were no longer in darkness, but that the light was attainable again. People began to realize that I had opened a way for them back into the garden of paradise. As my beloved friend and my disciple writes in his gospel, the people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Although this is cause for much celebration, I want to write to you about something. I am human like you, and so I recognize that for a lot of you, Christmas is a time of pain. Many of you have been blessed growing up with wonderful Christmas memories. Let's pause there and just smile, thinking about those celebrations of the past. Know that in those past celebrations, I was there with you, in the midst of your joy, and your joy brought great joy to me. But while we walk through this valley of tears here on earth, as we know, things can change. A lot of you may be sitting here at this Mass with a sadness, because if it were up to you, a certain person, or maybe many people, would still be with you tonight who are not. Through the years, this congregation, as in with all congregations, has lost brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, sons, and daughters. Some of you are sad tonight because you are separated from those who are still living, but are not able to make it home for Christmas. Either way, whatever the cause of the separation, there is no pain like the separation of people who love each other. And I want to say to you tonight that I walk with you in your sorrow. I would never say to you, move on, or forget, or time heals all wounds. I made you and I love you. And like Job's friends, I sit with you in the midst of your sadness. I've heard the expression many times from people on earth, I'm just trying to make it through Christmas. For many of you, Christmas is a more intense reminder of who is not here. Precisely because past Christmases with loved ones and family were so joyous and awesome, Christmas becomes, for some people, not a time for celebration, but a time for being confronted by the grief and depression brought on by recalling the ghosts of Christmases past. As I said earlier, I would not tell you to stop being sad because I share your sadness. I made you from before time began. I am not a distant God who rules and commands from afar. I made you because I love you, and I am a human person too. You may recall my reaction when I received word that my good friend Lazarus had died. As John, my beloved disciple, wrote in his gospel, he wept. This being said, I would like to issue an invitation to you. I want to invite you into the joy of this Christmas. I was with you in the past, but I am with you right now in this moment too. The first Christmas, when I was born, turned on a water faucet that is impossible to shut off. The water flows now continuously, and that water is my presence among you. I am flowing forth within all those who love me, bubbling up like a living stream, overflowing. And so I am constantly being born and coming forth in this moment in new ways. My adversary has one plan, to tear down everything that I build up. And since you are my greatest creation and my greatest love, and since tonight is one of our great nights of celebration, he wants nothing more than to tear you down and imprison you in guilt, fear, shame, and memories of the past, terrified to receive me on this night of great celebration. Do not let him win. Remember the past and its joys, but don't be so burdened by your grief that you cannot meet me now, here in this Mass. This is, after all, what tonight is named after, Christ's Mass. In your country, the word for the now is referred to as the present, and that is very appropriate, because tonight my gift to you is the present. I invite you to unwrap it, and I invite you to see the miracles that I am working around you and the miracles that I want to work through you this Christmas as well. I loved you then, I love you now, and I will love you for all time. So let heaven and nature sing. Let heaven and nature sing, because the people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Merry Christmas now and always. Your brother, Jesus.